Let's get nuts. Hello, everybody. What's happening? Welcome to Film Junkee Live. It's the end of Monday. We can relax now. Hope you guys are doing good, great, grand. Hopefully, hit that like, thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Become a member if you want to support the channel. And of course, you can support the channel by following and subscribing to other things too. Yes, we finally have the R-rated director's cuts trailer for Rebel Moon. Haven't watched it yet. Of course, I've seen some things, but I'm going to do a live reaction, kind of break it down a little bit. Talk about that. We'll talk about the Deadpool and Wolverine New York premiere that's happening, some things that they've been saying. We got box office, and we also got Spawn news. Spawn? What? A little bit of a slow news day, I'm not gonna lie, but hey, nothing wrong with that. We'll still talk about some stuff, huh? All right, whoa, looks like we got Mr. Omega Swiper here. The trailer scared me, oh god, it looks scary. Interesting, I doubt Star Wars can come to be great after what Snyder has done. Well, that's what we're kind of hoping for, right? What's going on, Ryan? Good to see you. Good to see you. We got Taladia Plays. It's great talking to you on Saturday. Who else we got? We got Jacob. We got I Love Michael Shannon. All right, that's good. I think we all kind of love Michael Shannon. What's going on? Trapman Entertainment. All the way from Vegas. Excited to see Rebel Moon on August 3rd. I'll be there with you, man. What's going on, Axel? Good to see you, buddy. We got Lane right here. Trailer rocks. Well, that's good. We truly are in the Wayne's World age. Nice. Let's see who else we got here. We got Mama Film Junkie. What's happening, Mama Film Junkie? Love you. Stephanie T. What's going on? Fear Jason's here. Always good to see you, buddy. Eric Patterson, what's happening? Dance it up. We got Andrew. What's up, everyone? Hope everyone has a solid Monday. Well, you know, Mondays are Mondays. Oh man, I tell you what, it's like, you ever just wake up? I woke up this morning not knowing what. Okay, I'll talk about that in a little bit. We got Scar right there. I'm a member, a co-host, a panelist, a member, and I liked and subscribed. Well, that's your job. That's your job. What's that? Lettuce, fettuccine, gumbo. I don't know. Was that what we're trying to say? We're not saying. Yeah, okay, I know what you're saying. What's going on, Casey? I try to come up with like some kind of food or whatever when it came to that acronym. What's going on? We got Mr. Phil right here. What is happening? We got Roman. Hello. And we got Eric right here. Zack Attack. Rewatching Deadpool 1. I guess we should all be doing that. Rewatching all the stuff, but maybe this weekend I'll be putting on all that stuff. But yeah, ahoy, Mr. Jason McKenzie. Always great to see you. But yes, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit that like, thumbs up. Do all that. Share. Do all that too. And hey, look at that. We also got Mr. JD McRae right here. JD McRae, what's happening? Good to see you. But no, I had one of those Monday morning guys. It was rough. It was a rough start this morning because, well, first off, I just couldn't sleep. I didn't sleep all that well last night. And then when I woke up, I think I woke up at like 4:45, 4:50 this morning. And it was one of those things where I was like, need some water. And it was warm in my place, and I realized I didn't set the AC low where I was just like, Jesus, it's warm. And my brain could not process what day it was. It was just like one of those mornings where I was going, is it Friday? Is it Saturday? Is it Sunday? What the hell day it is? You know how you'll have those days, those mornings, like on a weekend, where you like go, oh my God, I'm late for work. And you like, and then all of a sudden you get that, that overwhelming, like, that awesome relief that, it's the weekend. I had the reverse because I was thinking, I'm like, wait a minute, is it Saturday, Sunday? And then all of a sudden it sets in and you go, oh shit, it's Monday. Womp womp. I didn't even go back to sleep. Didn't even go back to sleep. I was like, oh yeah. I was planning on waking up earlier today anyways. And it was like 4:50, and I'm like, yeah, I was planning on waking up at a little after 5 anyway, so that sucked. So, but yeah. That's how my Monday started. But, you know, it's all good. What's going on, Mr. Trevino? We got a crazy good Rebel Moon trailer today, and tomorrow morning we're hopefully getting a good Joker 2 trailer. That's right, we are getting a Joker 2 trailer. Yeah, but man, it was just one of those things. And yeah, the everything's crazy. The reality show that is called America Incorporated. We have a new, who knows what's going on right now, you know? A bullet almost took out one guy, a virus taking out the other guy, and all of a sudden he's stepping down. Things are just going crazy. And then, of course, you know, we got the VP, who, I mean, I never watched that show Veep, right? With what's her name? Can't remember her name right now. Julie Louis-Dreyfus. Of course, she's great. She's been great in everything. But I heard like Veep's like a great series, which is about a female vice president who, I don't know, a lot of people are making the correlation of what's happening kind of like right now with Kamala. So there's a lot of things that are going on with that, and it's all just weird. It's all just a crazy, weird reality show. We live in a simulation. I keep on saying it. Who knows what's going on with that? Some people are just going like, where's Biden? Did he actually post that? He stepped down, and now, just all crazy right now, man. We're reaching into like the final act of this season of America Incorporated when it comes to leading up into this crazy election and just the past couple of weekends. What's going to happen this weekend? I mean, we got Comic-Con. Can we have like some fun and just talk about some comic book movies, shows, and comic books this weekend? Do we have to, can we stop talking about the political stuff? Can that take a break for a minute there? Can we have nothing crazy happening when it comes to that just for a little bit, please? Oi, it's all just crazy. Elaine. Eye of the Beholder by Metallica is a song that is still relevant to this day. Yes, that is. Do you believe what I believe? Truth is an offense. Yeah, it's a good song there, Jacob. It's a very good song. That whole album's pretty good. It could have been produced better. But it's still one of the great Metallica albums. Very thrashy. As an outsider of American politics, it really is. We live in a never-ending TV show. It's freaking crazy. So, and yes, Phil does go to Comic-Con. So, you know, we got some boots on the ground when it comes to Comic-Con. So, anyways, guys, that's enough with that. Not going to be talking about politics. It's just all nutties. But let's get to the tweets, huh? Let's get some tweets right now. And you know what? I like this edit. This edit is so freaking good. And, you know, okay, when it comes to costumes nowadays, obviously that's always a big thing when it comes to CBMs or even the TV shows. And what does everybody always say when a new costume shows up? Looks like CW. Everybody always does that whole thing when it comes to costumes. But this is an edit. And you guys know I love me some good edits when it comes to maybe previous CBMs or whatever, but this is a Batman Forever edit. I think I've seen it before, but I just saw it again. But there's one specific thing I do want to mention when it comes to this edit, and here's the edit right here, which of course is Val Kilmer and Chris O'Donnell as Batman and Robin for Batman Forever in the traditional colors, and it pops. It fucking pops. The blue and the gray and the black. Come on, that really works. And and they even made the utility belt gold. But the biggest thing is the fact that the Robin suit, yeah, they emphasized the colors a little bit, made it a little bit more bright. But when I was on Twitter yesterday or sometime over the weekend, it was brought up about the Robin costume. I think it's been brought up a couple of times in the past couple of weeks. I remember there was somebody asked, what do you prefer? Do you prefer the Batman Forever costume or the Batman and Robin costume? And when it comes to the Batman and Robin costume, essentially it's just a Nightwing costume, red with a cape. But when it comes to that Robin costume, when it comes to the Robin costume in Batman Forever, I mean, it's top tier. in my opinion. I've always loved that costume. I think it still looks good. Yeah, even with the nipples, guys. Even with the nipples, it looks good. But that shot of him when he, like, knocks down Two-Face and he's starting to fall over, and he's got that hero shot. He's like, you know, he's got one leg up, and the cape is flapping and everything. I don't know. I really love that costume, and it's still, to this day, still freaking works very well. Anyways, just thought I'd talk about that. Oh, and then, of course, we had the announcement of Absolute Batman, and then, of course, the All-In and everything. We talked about that over the streams over the weekend. Holy Lord, look at this right here. We got some Batman Imposter, DC Elseworlds Joker. That's right. We've already seen like a version when it came to David Ayer's world and the Joker and Batman, a concept that was kind of cool and kind of weird and kind of crazy. But now we have a Heath Ledger version of this Elseworlds Batman right here. What? Look at that. Even with the cape, got the grenades all ready to go, spray painted up. Look at this. That's pretty cool. Hot Toys exclusive. The Joker, Batman Imposter version right there. Even got a little batarang and everything. But look at that. That is some creepy stuff. That is Bruce Wayne's nightmare right there. Oh, man, I tell you what. Now, you see stuff like that and you go, I wish I could just, you know, crack open the wallet and just be like, hey, there we go. But, you know, sadly, sometimes you got to pinch those pennies nowadays, especially, right? But yeah, pretty sweet stuff right there. Batman Imposter. Oh yeah, and if I had a drink on hand, Bob Newhart, may he rest in peace, comedy legend. He passed away when was it? On the 18th, 4 days ago. But yeah, Bob Newhart passed. He lived a long, full life, though, of course, 94 years old. But just an icon, and dude was still freaking funny all the way till the very end. Dude, he had that dry delivery when it came to his comedic timing. Pretty good stuff. So, yeah, that was on Thursday. So may he rest in peace. Rest in peace. It's called payment plans. That's how you get in debt, Scott. That's how you get in debt. Yeah, I've done the payment plans, so sometimes those things can creep up on you. Sometimes it could creep up on you, but yes, of course, Hulk Hogan. We don't need to go down the political route again. We definitely don't need to do that. Let's see. Hey, let's see. So, right here. Whoop. So hopefully you guys are going to check out Longlegs. And Maika Monroe talked about how when it comes to Nicolas Cage and Longlegs, which is what a lot of people were talking about when it comes to this movie, she wanted to talk about how this is one of his like most iconic and, you know, crazy roles right here.
It's a person that you grew up with watching. He's an icon, and then you're in a scene with him, you're sitting across from him, and you don't even recognize him. He's completely transformed in arguably one of his best performances, and it just one of those moments, for lack of better words, you have to pinch yourself.
It starts with the script, it starts with the words, which he wants to very faithfully present. He doesn't want to change things, he doesn't want to ad-lib, he doesn't want to improvise, he doesn't want to write his own stuff. He wants to see the character as written and sort of find a way to make it work for him, or to make him work for it. We talk a lot about how the character might behave in this circumstance or this, how they move their body, how they inflect their voice, what the sound of their voice makes other people feel. You kind of build it piece by piece, and then you get into the look of it. When you're working with someone like Nick, who's so focused and has so much to give within that focus, you're really just watching out for something that might be a little bit off.
It's a person that you...
Well, Nick's a little bit off. But we love it. We love it. That's what we love about Nicolas Cage. Is the fact that, yeah, he is a little off. He is a little kooky, but you have to be a little bit kooky when you're pulling. I mean, the guy, that's what I love about Nicolas Cage. He was like he's always been one of my favorite actors. And, you know, ever since watching him in the 90s when he just was obviously coming up in the 80s, and then you get into the 90s and you have such classics as The Rock and Con Air and Raising Arizona, and there's just so many. And then, of course, you have Leaving Las Vegas. You got Honeymoon in Vegas. You got Snake Eyes. There's just so many movies. And then, of course, he had like a little bit of like a dip where he was doing a lot of B-roll stuff. But then all of a sudden, it's just kind of crazy how he's just kind of coming back now and showing that he still has it. And you got to love that. That's why we love Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage. Let's see what else we have. Oh, the beautiful poster that is Batman Caped Crusader, August 1st. I'm telling you, 2 weekends from now, I mean, I'm, of course, looking forward to this weekend when it comes to talking about the nerdy shit that we all love. But, man, there's the following weekend. We have so much things that are happening. So the next 2 weekends, we are just being fed so well. But I love this poster right here. Really adds to the detective noir aesthetic that they're really trying to do right here. You just got to love that. Just so good. Hey, look at this stud right here. This stud right here looks like Superman, huh? A little bit. That's right. We all saw this a little while ago where we saw David Corenswet getting into some shorts and a tank top, showing off the muscles. And, he was shooting that, what was it called? Biotherm. And, yeah, there's, like, video and stuff about it. But, looking very soupy right there, of course. And then, of course, we talked about the new Rebel Moon podcast. We talked about it on the Vodka stream, so that was pretty cool, too. Some much Rebel Moon talk naturally happening. And then, of course, we had the Patreon members stream on Saturdays, so if you didn't tune into that, the main topic was, of course, Glen Powell. So, yeah, okay, Glen Powell. I am becoming a fan of Glen Powell. At first, I was going, who the hell is this guy? I don't know about this guy. Is he just going to be the, he was the douchebag in Top Gun Maverick, and he's got, a grinny smile. The dude's ripped, and people are kind of going, who's this guy? But I don't know about this guy. But now I like this guy. After watching Hitman, after watching Twisters, I'm going, okay, he's got a likability to him. He seems like it's going to be the new movie star. But then everybody, of course, is like going, all right, superhero. What is he going to do? And what I really like about Glen Powell is the fact that he kind of went, I don't really want to do the superhero thing. He said he doesn't want to do anything Marvel, which I went, whoa, that's pretty good. And I think this, because, that's where the wind's kind of, blowing right now, where people don't really want to get those roles. Some people still do. And he did say that he wanted to do Batman, but I've always said, no, he does not work for Batman. It's more of a Hal Jordan, more of a Booster Gold, or like a villain role. Like I could even see him as Harvey Dent, but of course, naturally, everybody starts pulling out their magnifying glass. I don't know how they figure this out, but they start looking at who they're following and who they're following recently. And Glen Powell started following Andy Muschietti, David Corenswet, Rachel Brosnahan, and James Gunn. So naturally, people's ears perk up and go, what the hell is going on? It's not for is it for Batman? No, it doesn't fit. I've talked to numerous people. We've all I think everybody collectively has gone, no, he doesn't have the Batman. But then again, on Saturday's stream, it was like brought up to the attention of like, hey, just because you think of him like this, doesn't mean he can't pull it off. All right, I'll give that argument, but I still don't want him as Batman. But we'll see. But yeah, he definitely has like the superhero look to him and everything, of course, naturally. All right, what else we got? Ooh, a little behind the scenes of Alien Romulus. Look at this practicality, big sets. Look at all that right there. This is what I love, especially with that new trailer when you see like more of the world before they get on the ship. So you see pre, when you're in space, no one can hear you scream. But I mean, look at the atmosphere right here. Look at the aesthetic, the ambiance. Just looks really freaking cool. Gives me a little bit of Blade Runner vibes. Little Blade Runner vibes right here. I'm really looking forward to the movie. I think Fede Alvarez is really going to pull something pretty freaking tasty out for us. And I guess, I don't know what that tasty thing is, an embryo inside your body. That's what it is. Hey, you want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. Oh, you got to love this art right here. I got to admit, this is a good idea. I know, right? This is from Mauricio A. Abril right there. Was it Mayu artist right there that made that. Pretty cool stuff. And yes, guys, when was it? Yesterday. You know, one of the iconic, just awesome people out there. Part of my childhood, part of our childhoods. But yes, yesterday was Robin Williams' birthday. He would have turned 73 if he was still alive. It's hard to believe that he's been gone for 10 years. 10 years. Crazy that Robin Williams has been gone. And his son, Zach, posted this right here. Dad, what would be your 73rd birthday? I remember you for all the hope and joy you brought to the world. There's not a week that goes by without someone sharing with me how you helped them through a dark time or rough patch. I'm so grateful to be your son. Love you forever. And good shot of Robin Williams right there in his element. Some puppets and just kind of, yeah. Robin Williams being Robin Williams. Yeah, it's kind of crazy how much it sucks when you have somebody like that with so much talent and wanting to make so many people laugh, and it was his passion to do so. And the way that he touched so many lives and filled people up with hope and joy and all that stuff. But inside, he was feeling differently than that. Sucks. But it's just crazy that he's been gone for about 10 years. But yeah, he would have been 73 and still would have been awesome even at 73 today, for sure. So, yeah. Oh, and then we This is funny right here. Come on. I mean, we got M. Night Shyamalan, who's got his new movie. Again, this is part of the reason why I was talking about in the next couple of weekends. We got some good things. We're being fed well, and we're getting a new Shyamalan movie with Trap, and that looks really good, and I'm very much looking forward to it when it comes to coming out on, what, August 1st, 2nd, I should say. First is when I'm seeing it, of course. And somebody, when he was in Brazil promoting the movie, had this sign right here, and it's absolutely perfect. 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 Thank you for the childhood trauma. Yes, that is amazing. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. That is a good sign right there. Because, yes, that scene in Signs scared the shit out of so many people, including me. Not once, but twice. Made me jump. The first two times I watched it, I jumped. I don't know. It's just for some reason, even though I knew it was coming the second time, it still kind of jumped. Because it just, I don't know, that impact of that scene in Signs where the alien just walks across and you get the found, not really, yeah, it's found footage. It's like real footage. And then, of course, with the score and everything. And then, of course, you had Joaquin Phoenix who reacts to it. So good. That's why Signs is my favorite movie of his, still, to this day. Childhood trauma. Love that. Love that. I don't know if I love this. I'm still not even sure where this franchise is going to go. And at one point, thank God it's actually not going to be called that title, which at one point it was supposed to, like the rumor had it, where it was going to be called Jurassic City, which sounded like a very, very B-roll sci-fi at 4 o'clock on a Friday afternoon movie. Jurassic City did not sound good, but apparently the new rumor now for the new Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, I don't know. Park World, I don't know what they're actually going to be calling it, but that's going to be starring Scarlett Johansson. It's got a new little like title, I guess you could say, and well, it's safe and easy. Jurassic World Rebirth. Rebirth. I mean, that's just like, it's literally like, all you have to do is remove like 3 letters and then add 2 O's. and you just have Jurassic World Reboot. It's a little easy, a little safe. Jurassic World Rebirth. I don't think it's going to be called that either. You might as well just call it Jurassic Park Rebirth. Might as well go back to the park. I don't know. But Rebirth? I don't know. That's been a little fucked out. It's a little bit fucked out, right? There's been a lot of rebirth. I don't like it. I don't like it, but hey, you know, that's just me. And this made me laugh. Going back to David Corenswet on the set of Twisters, I just thought this was kind of funny. And I think Daisy Edgar Jones posted this right here. And it was just kind of like, I don't know. Again, the guy's a big dork. He's a big dork, and I like it. I like the fact that he's a big dork. He looks like Superman. He is huge, and he's a big dork. And this video right here captures that dorkness. And I love it.
Gotta get everyone to the movie theater! Gotta get everyone to the movie theater!
I don't know.
Gotta get everyone to the movie theater! Gotta get everyone to the movie theater!
I mean, it's just kind of fun. He's just yelling. I'm like, okay, look at that face. Yeah. And I like how DCU Updates was like, yeah, saying like, you know, basically when Superman comes out, you know.
Gotta get everyone to the movie theater! Gotta get everyone to the movie
He's got a good yell. It's got a good yell voice. Look at that. Ah! Look at that face. I know I went very Arnold Schwarzenegger right there, but I just thought it was a funny tweet and kind of a funny video. Get everybody out there. Twisters. And then, of course, we have this as well. This is kind of funny. I didn't know about this, but Mind D Kid Zack posted this video right here of Danny DeVito on the set, you know, being the Penguin in Batman Returns. There was a monkey involved. And, yeah, when you work with animals, sometimes things can go awry. And apparently, when it came to this little snippet of a video right here, a monkey bit Danny DeVito in the balls. Yeah, you heard that correctly. In the balls. Ouch. Ouch. She got bit in the balls. Right, up. Ouch, ouch. I mean, luckily he had some padding right there when it came to the Penguin, but ow. So I was like, ouchie, man. Got bit right in the balls by a monkey. Freaking monkeys. And then speaking of Twisters, it's kind of funny because there was like an article that was making the rounds after it came out that talked about how there was a lack of kissing when it came to Twisters because, you know, there's no spoiler alert. You're probably already going to know that the two mains, you know, Glen Powell and Daisy Edgar Jones, that at first they were going to be at odds with each other, but then, of course, they were going to come together. And then, of course, you know, the natural way of things, especially, I mean, that was always a thing. It was always the trope when it came to 80s, 90s disaster movies is, you know, the two main leads come together and they have a kissing scene at the end. And even the original Twister movie, I mean, that was a little bit different because you were talking about a couple that was together at one point and then they were getting divorced. And, you know, that was unique. But, of course, at the end of that movie, they do have a long kiss as, you know, the credits start rolling and there's like this big, huge, like helicopter shot and everything. But it was kind of interesting, you know, and there's not, again, no spoilers. It's not really a spoiler when it comes to Twisters, but, you know, they're going to end up together and you thought there was going to be like some kissing scene at the end. They actually didn't do it, and I respected it. And guess, you know the reason why there wasn't a kissing scene at the end? Steven Spielberg. He gave a note to remove the kiss scene from Twisters. And that's what Daisy Edgar Jones said. I think it's a Spielberg note, wasn't it? I think it stops with the film feeling too cliched, actually. I actually agree with that. We don't need to see them going blah, 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 blah. You know, we don't need to see that. We don't need to see that. And I blame my dad for this because anytime there was a kissing scene, he'd always make a joke like, man, why do you got to ruin the movie? My dad would always joke about that. I don't know if he was actually joking, but I think that was part of it. But it was just kind of funny because anytime there'd be a kissing scene, he always go, ah, man, joke. But I just think that's kind of, yeah. It was like the way it ended was kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, they're obviously they're gonna be together, but you know, in a way where it just didn't have like the cliche trope of that. And I respect that. Good on Steven Spielberg. I support it. I support it. I support it. Anyways. Oh, look at this. We got Deadpool and Wolverine coming out, and we got Mr. Vega official. It almost looks like a scene from the movie, but he's been, this is full on, him doing animation when it comes to this stuff. Look at this. Even with sound effects and everything. So that's Mr. Vega official right there. Also doing some Deadpool and Wolverine stuff. I thought that's pretty cool. Love it. Love it. All right. And then, yes, guys, we do get a Joker 2 trailer tomorrow, official. They released this shot of it today.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Joker and Harley.
Murray? No Murray this time. So there you go. Little tease of the tease. Looking forward to that. I'll do like a quick reaction kind of thing. Probably just post like a little short or something like that. I won't do a full reaction, but you know. But I'll do like something, and I'll talk about it more on Wednesday's show. So, and then of course, more Batman Caped Crusader stuff. Thank you. More, please. So we got Firebug.
Can't you feel it? All of those people out there longing for the flames, for the truth of the fire.
For the fire. The gentleman ghost.
Allow me to relieve you of your valuables. Don't tell me all men are created equal.
Natalia Knight.
She has a rare affliction. I found a way for her to manage it.
Thought you said you weren't scared. You've got so much energy.
Oh, it's so pretty, isn't it? Goddamn. Loving it. We'll get a little bit more, too, this weekend as well. And then we got a pretty cool poster right here from Kevin Power Arts when it comes to Superman. I think that was pretty cool. Like a nice little, just like, oh, yeah. Make like a little, you know. Let's show the logo, tilt it, and then it's like Superman flying, and it's like his cape. I don't know. I just thought that was kind of cool. Artsy. A little artsy. Artsy-fartsy. Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet stuff. And then Job Hutt's right here. Job Hutt's doing a good job. Showing Superman at the Fortress of Solitude, no doubt. But yeah, that cape. The cape. Cape's the best part of the costume. But he did, he made the rest of the costume look pretty good with that shot right there. You'll believe a man can fly. Also good stuff. And then, yes, guys, sorry to say, I don't know if, people were thinking that there was going to be an Eternals 2 when it comes to Marvel Studios. Well, not going to really happen because Kevin Feige put the kibosh on it, not completely, but a little bit. Marvel Studios has no immediate plans for Eternals 2, confirms Kevin Feige. Yep, I always thought that movie should have been more of a series because there was a lot going on with it. And it's so funny because it's not a bad movie. It's not a terrible movie. And it was something very different. Chloe Zhao, obviously a very talented filmmaker, added a little bit of flavor, a little bit of sauce, a little bit of her own sauce to a Marvel property, which, for the most part, really could have worked. But I don't know. I just think it could have just been more of a series and more drawn out. Could have been more of like, hey, with Marvel doing all these, like, your She-Hulks and your Miss Marvels that are more just lighthearted. You could have had like an Eternals series that was a little bit more, a little bit more grounded, a little bit more adult, I guess, and maybe it could have benefited from that. But then at the same time, they probably wouldn't have gotten Salma Hayek or Angelina Jolie or anything where it might have just taken away from it. I don't know. There's always, like, when it comes to the logistics of that, but I don't know. Eternals is going to go down as one of those underrated comic book movies, I think, over the years. I really do. Really think that. And let's see. I think that's pretty much it. It's pretty much it. Pretty much it right there when it comes to the main topics. How we feeling out there? You actually like the Eternals? Yeah. It's like a mixed bag. It's a really mixed bag when it comes to a lot of things. They're already fan casting Jenna Ortega to play who? Oh, to play, what's it called? What's going on, Jose? You had a birthday over the weekend. Happy birthday. And, of course, Dodgers and Giants playing each other tonight. Spielberg and Dave hate love. No, we don't hate love. We just hate cliches and tropes. We don't need, like, oh, my God, let me just take you in my arms and have a nice long kiss in an airport. We don't need that. Come on. Anyways. New Joker 2 trailer. Yep, buddy. Feels like the animated series. Yep, it's got a little bit of the Cape Crusader is going to be more animated series than animated series. Eternals, let's see. At least it had an impact, unlike Secret Invasion. Oh, yeah, that's very true. Secret Invasion was very forgettable. I don't hate fun. What are you talking about? I love fun. What are you talking about? Just because I don't want to see like an ending I've seen so many times in movies where the two mains kiss in like an airport or something like that. Come on, what are we talking about here? Fun. All right. All right, time to talk about some Rebel Moon right here. I did not watch the trailer. Of course, I saw like shots and everything. There's on the timeline, kind of hard to ignore. But yes, guys, I have not watched it fully. We're going to watch it here. I kind of wondered, can I actually watch this? I know it's an R-rated trailer. I was like going, but I mean, they're not going to put on full on nudity and stuff like that. And it's just going to be a bunch of gore. So I was like, yeah, I think we'll be fine. But yep, time to react to this trailer. Finally. About time, right? Took a while, but here we go. Here we go, guys. Going to do a live reaction right now of Rebel Moon, the director's cuts. Right off the bat, if you guys didn't know, it's R-rated for brutal, bloody violence and gore, sexual content, graphic nudity, and language. That's right, graphic nudity. So you're going to see some dingle-dangles happening in this movie. I don't know why that's anytime that a dick shows up in a movie, it's graphic, guys. It's graphic. Nobody wants to see that shit. Did I hit play? Yeah, I did.
Go dig my grave.
Beautiful shot.
Both wide and deep.
All right. We got nipples on the robot. I like it. So there's the Kaya, whatever the heck it's called. That was cool. All right. There's Princess Isa or whatever. Is that a tear coming out of her eyeball? That's interesting. Blasted away. Titus. That's a cool shot right there. Of course, Jimmy. More Jimmy. Blood everywhere. Blood everywhere. Tentacle porn. Got Goro right there ripping somebody apart. There's the sexy time.
At least I die on the side of honor.
Is there still such a thing?
True vision. Oh, she gets up.
Their wrath will be my vengeance.
Ow! Anything else? Nope. Chalice of blood. Anybody else hard? All right. Ooh. That's more of the tone that we were looking for, right? More of the tone, I would say. Let's see here. All right. Good song choice. Good shots. A lot of blood. A lot of blood. All right. I don't know how you guys are feeling. How are we feeling about that?
Oh.
How are we feeling, huh? That CGI blood, huh? Well, what else was it going to be? Real? The Kali, the Kaye, whatever. Graphic nudity. That's right. Blood, sex, and machines. Yeah. I mean, it does have that, the vibe of heavy metal for sure. Does have the blood. Yeah, definitely does have. I never understood why this wasn't the first movie. I think we're all finally realizing that the experiment is not working, but, you know, it did not work, I should say. But, you know, what can you do? That's what they decided to do. It's fine. Looks better than Disney plus Star Wars. Hell yeah, it does. Jesus Christ. Not sure, Black Red. That's fine. The novelizations had a number of flashbacks in the invasions. Yeah, that looks like what they're going to be like really going for right there. It does look awesome. Overall, I really like Rebel Moon, but the glossy look is not your fave. Okay. I saw someone on Twitter say Zack Snyder is the only director whose movies constantly need patch updates. That's like patch updates. Yeah. Yeah, a little bit, huh? Rebel mid now with tentacles. Jeez. Speaking a different tone than you were on when we went and saw it there, Jose. Just kidding. Just kidding. But anyways, all right. So let's kind of go through some of this, some of the shots right here. And this opening shot looks pretty good. And then, of course, we get, you know, when it comes to this bar right here, I just love how there is nippies. There's literal nipples on this robot. It's like, hey, you know, Zach was like, you know, they put nipples on the bat suit. Let's put nipples on, you know, a female R2-D2 right here. Not R2-D2, C-3PO. I like the song choice. These shots are beautiful, of course. We got the Kali right there. We got Titus. This shot is awesome. Very Zack Snyder. Very slow-mo. Somebody getting ripped apart. Immediately right here, I was like, doesn't that look like Darth Vader's melted helmet in fucking Force Awakens? A little bit. So there's a little bit of flashback thing going on with some royalty right here. There's the princess. Flashback. And then there's a tear right there with the Kali. The tear. So she's hurting. So we didn't get anything. When it came to the PG-13 cuts, there was like nothing there, but it just looked like some kind of machine that looked like a big, huge giant. But this one, nah, that's right. So total character, so that's cool. And of course, Mr. Ed scream. More flashbacking. Look at these guys getting ripped apart right here. And then Titus, that shot. This shot's cool. Come on. That's a cool shot. Jimmy shots. Not the Jimmy shots that, you know, for graphic nudity, but, you know, Jimmy, the character Jimmy. Whoa! That's kind of cool, where, like, they're actually putting in, like skeleton remains and everything, like dead into that, and then of course we get the tentacle porn, which that's gonna be awkward. That's gonna be awkward to watch. I'm saying it now. That's just, I mean, already right now I'm feeling awkward. That's gonna be awkward to watch. It's gonna be awkward to watch, like in a theater full of people. Yeah, it's gonna be awkward to watch. Thank you, Jupiter. I'll get to your. Okay, you like the song choice? Thank you for the $5 super chat. Really appreciate it. But thank you. Yeah, appreciate that, Jupiter. But yeah, the tentacle. Oh boy. Even though that's, I mean, in the new Alien Romulus trailer that we actually see, like, so it's the summer of alien tentacle, you know, things that are happening. Your gag reflex. Effing people up. Woo! And then, oh boy. More people getting executed. And these are more like the Jimmies right here, right? We're gonna get some flashback right there. So, I mean, look at that. Sad robots. Sad robots. I like that.
At least I die on the side of honor.
Is there still such a thing?
Maybe. Woo. Look at that. That's a cool shot too of like showing that. Yeah. Showing the head right there and then whatever's coming out. Look at that. That's pretty sweet. Is that a bunch of teeth? Looks like teeth, right? Flashback. Is that what's his name? Is that the dude? That's the young. Is that the young dude? Because he was like. Because I know, like, with the novelization, I think this might be like what we see in the opening. But I love that. Zack Snyder's true vision. Look at that. That's pretty sweet right there. I like that. I like that shot right there too.
Their wrath.
Do we know who the voice is? Is that like Carlo Gugino or something? Do we know the voice? I don't even know if we know the voice. Dun dun dun! It's a good song choice. It definitely is. Yes, that is Private Eris. Yeah, that was him, right? Yeah, I was like, oh wait, yeah, we get his backstory. But I mean, do we have like Kali? Do we have a voice for who is voicing that? The actor gets a lot more to do in this version. Yeah, for sure. Ray Fisher's gonna have 3 more minutes of screen time. Jeez, Jose's coming in with the with the trolling right now. We should all watch Marcus Dupree scene with Angela White. What are we talking about right there? Interesting. It's so much more than just adding blood. Yeah, there's definitely going to be more than that. I mean, there's a reason why I didn't invite certain people because I knew that they weren't gonna want to come to the screening. That's why I'm kind of riding solo. I'm like, I don't think there's certain people that, and that's another thing when it comes to that and the thoughts that I was having about this. And sadly, does this move the needle? Does this move the needle when it comes to? Is it going to be 4 hours? Well, it's going to be over 6 hours, but. No, there's one of the thoughts that I was having when it came to all this and kind of just seeing like the reaction to this and I'm just kind of going like, I'm taking off the fanboy glasses and everything. And because obviously I've been like, the hype was there. The hype was big time there for me and for a lot of people when it came to December. But now that we're here in July, does this move the needle for some people? Are people actually going to take the time to do this? And I did look at some YouTubers. I fast forward through the actual initial reaction, but I wanted to get their thoughts on what they thought about when it came to this trailer, and slightly, but not really. So now I'm just kind of going like, oh man, I was always kind of saying what I kept saying for like the last couple of months. I'm like, is this experiment going to work out in the favor of Netflix and Zack? And I think Zack would benefit it more than Netflix, but yeah, I'm just kind of wondering, is this going to actually move the needle? And as much as I was hoping for it, I'm not seeing it. I'm not really seeing it. That's the sad fact of the matter. And I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to see it on the big screen. I mean, I'm going to be sitting in the theater watching over 6 hours of this. It's going to be interesting. But, yeah, I'm just kind of wondering what's the reaction when it comes to this. Looks good. Totally digging it. I'm there. Going to watch it. But at the same time, I'm just kind of going, yeah, I'm not sure this experiment actually worked. I'm not sure that it is. That it has. I'll watch it because I'm a Zack Snyder fan, but other people, probably not. Yeah, and and then it's kind of funny too because having conversations with people in like group chats about it. I mean, it is kind of interesting when it comes to if you look back at how many people. Okay, so say you have Justice League that came out, Justice League 2017. Say Zack Snyder's Justice League did get put out in the movie theater a couple of years, or it would get put out there, and I know a lot of people say like, oh yeah, it would make like so much more money and blah blah blah, and I'm like, no, it wouldn't, because sadly, yeah, we know what's going on, but the general audience, yeah, sadly doesn't know what's going on. And I think maybe it was just trying to capture that lightning in a bottle scenario again when it comes to the Snyder cut. Yeah, sounds good on paper, all sounded great, but at the same time, I'm just kind of going like, yeah, it is kind of cool that, and I'm sure Zach had a lot of fun when it came to him making the PG-13 cuts and making like a very generic, and he said it in interviews, a generic like, hey, it's very much just this kind of a sci-fi movie. But then wait till you see the actual version, and it's going to be absolute batshit crazy, and it's going to be different things, but it's going to amplify those tropes into like a very adult kind of piece of content, but. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see, like, the reaction to all that, But again, the full-on reaction, are we going to finally, after these director's cuts come out, are they going to actually full-on greenlight? Are we going to hear a full-on greenlight for Rebel Moon 3? I'm not going to lie, guys. I actually hope that Army of the Dead is next priority. I want to see I want to go back into that world next. That's all. I mean, like, nothing. I'm loving what's going on with Rebel Moon, sure, but at the same time, with this process now, and now that we're here in July, and now like we're finally here, I'm just kind of going, man, what's going on with Las Vegas? Planet, remember all the theories and all the just like looking and really diving into what's going on with Rebel Moon. It's not your generic zombie movie. There's aliens. There's parallel universes. There's time loops. I'm just kind of going, can we go back to that after this? Like, yeah, I mean, I'm sure I'm going to want to see Rebel Moon 3, but I'm just kind of going, I don't know. I kind of want a little bit of going back into the Army of the Dead world after this. That's just me, though. I'm not saying, I get it. I heard to each their own, but I don't know. I'm just kind of craving the Army world after this. I'm kind of just this. I'm like, cool, Rebel Moon. Hopefully, this kind of moves the needle a little bit when it comes to certain people, but I'm just not sure if it's actually going to be there. I know it's going to be better than the PG-13 cuts for sure, but at the same time, yeah, I'm not sure this experiment is fully working. I would love me too, Phil. I want him to go back into that world after this. I hope that that's going to be the case. There's just something about the Army world. How was Army of Thieves is great. We already have 2 movies in that world. We're supposed to get to Las Vegas and then Planet. So I'm like, I don't know. To me, as of right now, the Armyverse has been more intriguing than the Rebelverse. If I'm going to be completely honest. the Armyverse was more intriguing and I found it more fascinating than I'm finding the Rebelverse. Maybe because this is sci-fi and fantasy, and you guys know I've never been huge on the fantasy stuff when it comes to the fantasy type of storylines and all that, kings and swords and magic and all that stuff. Maybe that's why an Army is just more gritty, and it's zombies, it's aliens, it's time loops. So I think, just in my opinion, I'm more intrigued by the Armyverse than I am the Rebelverse. That's where I'm kind of sitting, and that's where I've kind of just been feeling as we're leading up to the director's cuts. Still very much looking forward to it, but yeah. And I think, seeing some people out there are saying like Army as well, so ignore the question mark. What do you mean, Dave? He needs to focus on the DC Snyderverse? No. The Armyverse. So yeah, I that's where my headspace is at. Yeah, I want more Army. Which Zack Snyder zombie do you prefer, Army or Dawn? That's an interesting question. See, they both are unique because, I mean, Dawn of the Dead is just a great, fantastic remake, and he helped reinvent the zombie genre. Because 28 Days Later and Dawn of the Dead kind of came out like within a year of each other, and that was where it was like, hey, remember zombies? And them just going, bah. Now we got zombies that run full speed at you. How about that? Nightmares? Yeah. So it helped reinvent the genre, and it did such a great job. So there's that aspect, but I also love Army of the Dead because, again, you're not just taking... He took the zombie genre, pushed all the tropes out there, which I love, but then added aliens and time loops and mystery. And I mean, there's just so much, like, what is going on here? And I don't know. It just, it's kind of hard to... I would say probably as a whole, like, Dawn of the Dead, probably more because it was so iconic and it was Zack's first movie and it helped push the genre. I think, yeah, robots as well. So it's kind of cool. So anyway, so there you go. That's my thoughts. Trailer's great. Looking forward to it. Some beautiful shots. A lot of blood. I was just kind of wondering. I know. I feel like I almost feel like I was talking like Trunkman now. It's great. It's all great. Sounds good. You know, a lot of blood. Yeah. Like the blood. Not coming out of my ear. You know. But I like this Zack Snyder. I like him a lot. He's great. He's fantastic. Anyways, but yeah, let's go back to the Army universe after this, I hope, though. I will say. Anyways, okay. Let's get off that, and let's talk about some Deadpool and Wolverine. So we had the premiere that's happening in New York right now. People are literally watching the movie right now. And there's a lot. I mean, there's not really anything that you could really, you know, when it comes to the Deadpool and Wolverine. Oh, come on, you. When it comes to the premiere, I mean, people showing up, you know, it's always the same thing. You got a red carpet premiere. You got actors and actresses that dress in ways that I don't understand why you want to dress like that. I mean, like one of the actress who plays like the villain, she like showed up in this like burlesque like thing with like a furry thing over her. And she poses next to like, you know, all the dudes, and they're just wearing normal suits, and I'm just like, all right. I mean, you stand out. I mean, that's what you want, right? But sometimes I always just wonder, like, why would you decide to wear that to a premiere? I don't know. When it comes to these celebrities and like, oh, I got to do my thing, got to like get those pictures and stand out for everybody else because, you know, I'm dead inside. Anyways. You know, just a normal dress or a pantsuit, you know. Let's try that. No, you gotta show up in lingerie with like a dead animal on you or something. I don't know. It's fucking weird. It's just weird to me, but let's see. I mean, Doggy Deadpool showed up. I mean, he was on the red carpet, so we got Doggy Deadpool. Poor guy doesn't know what the hell's going on, but he's a pro. Just sitting there posing for pictures. I love it. I was just like, yeah, nobody needs to be. He's perfectly trained. Poor little ugly motherfucker. He's so ugly. It's cute. He's so ugly. He's cute. Isn't that weird? He's so ugly. He's cute. He's so ugly, it's cute. And then, of course, okay, so answer me this. Okay, so this is kind of cool. So, obviously, we got Blake Lively, and we'll talk about Blake Lively in a little bit here. And then we got Gigi Hadid. I don't really know who she is. But is she with Hugh Jackman? I'm guessing, because Hugh Jackman now is divorced, right? or I don't know. What are we doing? I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know Hugh Jackman's, love life right now. But that we have this cool. I mean, she's dressed in yellow. Of course, Blake Lively's in red. She's looking hot as all hell. So they're kind of posed like. But they're not holding hands or anything, so I'm not assuming she's holding hands with Blake Lively. I'm just kind of going like, oh, was she dating? Oh, is she the one that's dating Bradley Cooper? Okay, why are they doing like this couples thing? I don't know. It's kind of weird. Maybe she's now dating him. I don't know. Here's a better shot of these two, and they're hot, doing the yellow and red right there. That, I mean, again, so like when it comes to at least Blake Lively, I mean, she looks great in a nice little one-piece kind of like almost paranormal looking like and her bag right there is a bomb. It's like a little bomb right there. See, that's kind of cool. I like that. That's kind of cool. And let's see here. Okay, so here's one thing apparently. So talking about the leaks or the spoiled cameos, the big cameos that we've seen, obviously, in the trailers and everything. Apparently, who knows if this is real, but according to the report out there, and this comes from like Total Film or Games Radar or whatever, which one you want to choose, but Marvel Studios planted fake leaks to hide the biggest cameos. So not really like fake leaks, but at the same time, I guess they were like, hey, put that in the trailer because, yeah, even though that seems like it's a big leak, but it's not a big leak because we planned that, and that's when we're going to play that kind of game, which I get that you're going to do, but all right. Still, that one specific one is just kind of, I don't know. Let's see. Of course, we got a shot of, we got Weapon X and X-23 right here. Look at that. Look at that. Nice little reunion. Of course, she's there. And a lot of people toasting about it. We got, of course, Walker Scobell, who was in whatchamacallit. Okay, so now this image was posted earlier today, and then everybody's kind of going like, all right, is it confirmed? Is it finally confirmed of who Lady Deadpool actually is? When we get this shot right here of on set of Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds sharing a kiss. That's right. I know I made a whole weird big stink about kissing earlier, but, this is a little bit different because, I mean, look at, she had to kiss that head. So is this kind of confirming? But I don't know. Is it? Because, like, the hair on Lady Deadpool was way more blonde than what her hair looks like. But then again, that could be part of the cowl. It could be part of the mask. So, yeah, I don't know if is that confirming it? Is that confirming that it's actually Blake Lively? It's not going to be Blake Lively. It just seems too easy. Just seems like, again, it's too easy. And I know a lot of people are saying it's probably going to be Blake Lively's body with Ryan Reynolds' head on it. Most likely going to be like that. I just hope it's not Taylor Swift. Please let it not be Taylor Swift. Put Taylor Swift in a different cameo situation of the movie. Something different. I hope that's what they do because that would be a little too easy. Too easy. It'd be too on the nose if she is Lady Deadpool. Way too on the nose. Taylor Swift, if she has a cameo, hope it's like something else like super random that you wouldn't expect. And I think when it comes to Ryan Reynolds and his crew, they wouldn't be that obvious. Wouldn't be that obvious. That is my hope. Oh man, are we already starting to get some reactions right here. We got Sin Mundo US that says the movie is absolutely perfect, a masterfully crafted, action-packed spectacle that exceeds all expectations. It's a return to form to Marvel, filled with surprises. The casting and performances are exceptional, delivering a truly mind-blowing experience. But the fact of the matter is that he literally names himself Deadpool and Wolverine and has that icon as his Twitter handle, so naturally he's going to be very excited about that. But yeah, I think some social media reactions are going to start trickling out right now. That's what's going to be happening. Here's a shot right there of everybody. Woo! Hey, look, she changed into a much more... Okay, cool. So she had two dresses. I forgot what this actress's name is, but on the red carpet, she wore a very different kind of outfit. And now she's like, oh, yeah, of course I wasn't going to sit in that thing because it was essentially underwear. Now she wore like, hey, I'm going to put on a normal dress. It's just kind of funny. Like, again, it's all for, hey, look at me, I'm dead inside. Anyways, so yeah, we got everybody right here, of course, the world premiere. I'm so getting canceled. I'm so getting canceled, guys. I'm going for it. Cancel me. I don't care. I always talk shit about the red carpet freak show that happens. And yeah, I mean, I don't know much else that we can really talk about when it comes to all this. This was Jackman and Reynolds right here heading towards the red carpet. And these two are actually going to be on Hot Ones. They're going to be on the Hot Ones channel. So they're going to be eating some spicy wings. That's going to be hilarious. So at least we have that. That was announced. That's going to be on the 25th. The 25th. And of course, then they say this right here. Grown men were sobbing during Deadpool and Wolverine camera tests because Hugh Jackman was wearing Wolverine's yellow suit. It was one of the craziest things, says executive producer Wendy Jacobson said. It was the camera test. It was before we started shooting. To see both of those guys, first of all, in costume together was just mind-blowing. And Hugh walking out in the yellow and blue, I mean, there were grown men like sobbing on set. So we knew it was special, a very special thing. Yeah, I think we all would have kind of done that. We all would have been like, it's happening. It's happening, guys. It's happening. Oh, we're such nerds, aren't we? But yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. Was he there? That's not real. Hugh Jackman, who of course wants to fight the Hulk. He says, I'm terrified of how that would feel as the actor. I just get flown around. I don't think this is real. I don't think that's not real, right? That's not real. I don't think Andrew Garfield is right there. Somebody pulling a fast one. I saw that. I'm like, that's no. Sillies. And then you have, of course, the infamous Wolverine buckets right here. There you go. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, I think that's pretty much what all we'll cover. So there you go, guys. There's what we have, of course, from the Deadpool and Wolverine. And we're going to start getting some internet reactions pretty soon here. So looking forward to that. Are you excited for Deadpool 3? Hell yeah, I am. I am very excited for it. So, at live, red carpet sucked with the host. Oh, I'm sure it did. Usually those do suck because they just, I don't know, they just don't know how to get proper people to host that. I don't know. Emma Corrin was she was in Alfred Pennyworth. Yeah, I know I've seen her and stuff, but I can't remember exactly. Yeah, Hugh does look good in his suit. Guy looks good in his suit. He definitely does, so. All right, enough from that. But yeah, start seeing internet reactions. And then, of course, on Wednesday's show, we'll talk about, of course, the reviews that will be coming out for Deadpool and Wolverine. But right now, we're going to be talking about the box office. And, that's right, people are loving this Glen Powell Chuck. Did I call him a Chuck? No. Chap. I made it call him a chap, not a Chuck. A Chuck? What the hell am I? What are we doing here? He's not a piece of meat. Well, yeah, he kind of is. Is it Chuck steak? Anyways, I don't know what's going on with me right now, guys. But anyways, so we had Twisters come out this weekend, and it was kind of, I think a lot of us are kind of wondering, are we going to have like this disaster movie? Is it going to actually bring people out to the movie theater and everything? Well, yes, it actually did. Number one, $81.2 million over the weekend. Whoa! I think it was like projected at 50, so it exceeded, and 124.7 worldwide. People liking the disaster stuff, and they like that Glen Powell smile. Despicable Me is still running pretty strong, only a negative 44% from last weekend to this weekend. It is sitting cozy at $577.2 million over its run right there. Inside Out 2 is at 1.4 billion. I was wondering if it was going to hit 2 billion, but it looks like it's slowed down pretty much, so it's not going to reach 2 billion, it looks like. But hey, you never know. You never know. And then you got Long Legs, 46.6. Long Legs has legs, guys. It's at 47.6. Wondering what the budget is. What was the budget? I'm thinking less than 10, or maybe it's between 10 and 15. Maybe it's a little bit more than 10, maybe around 15, maybe around 20. I forget that we have to think about inflation because, you know, the economy sucks. Kind of wondering what that was, though. They got to really, I don't know if we found out the budget yet, but I can't imagine it was all that much. I would say it's probably not more than $20 million. $20 million, but yeah. Long Legs, good. It's good to see that. Loved seeing that. Small movies. Small movies and the big movies. Seems like, you know, box office is getting a little bit better here. A little bit better. Hopefully. That's all we can hope for, right? Hopefully. And then, of course, this next topic, or the last topic we're going to talk about. The Spawn movie. My God. What is happening with the Spawn movie? When was the Spawn movie announced? Pre-pandemic, for sure. Jamie Foxx announced to, of course, be starring in Spawn. And I think we got, what, Jeremy Renner was going to be cast in it too? I should probably look that up fully because I know there's a full-on IMDb page for it. I should have had it already pulled that up. Do they have one? Maybe there is not. Is there an IMDb? No, there's not. There's only an IMDb for the original and the animated, and yeah, it doesn't look like there really is. I was wondering, but yeah. But we're just kind of wondering like what was happening, and of course Todd MacFarlane's gonna, he's over the years it's been like, yeah, there's some movement, there's some this or some that. He wants to make sure that it's gonna be something that Spawn fans are going to love. And then out of the blue today, and I think, well, not really out of the blue because obviously Comic-Con coming this weekend. It was like, all right, you got to set the stage here there. Toddy Pants, he posted this today. No description, just hashtags. King Spawn. Mad Mixon, Malcolm Spellman, and Scott Silver producing based on the characters created by Todd MacFarlane. King Spawn. So not just Spawn, but King Spawn. Was there like any books that were like significant to that? I'm imagining so. There's got to be a reason why it's called King Spawn right there. But that got a lot of people buzzing. And that's good. That's what you got to do, especially leading into Comic-Con. Build some word of mouth. Maybe there's going to be something at Comic-Con that's going to be talked about. Some concept art maybe shown. Maybe an update on how things are moving when it comes to pre-production. Is Jamie Foxx still going to be the lead? That's my wonder, especially with everything that happened to Jamie Foxx, when it came to that little scare that we got from him. So hopefully maybe something, but King Spawn, guys, looks like we got some movement, but at the same time, there are a lot of people that are hesitant to get excited for it, and a lot of people are going, I'm going to wait until the cameras start rolling before I get excited for this movie, because yes, it seems like it just hasn't moved all that much, and we've just been waiting, but hopefully. Kingspawn? All right, let's go ahead and go over some Twitter questions right there. The Giants and Dodgers game is starting. See what happens when it comes to that. All right, nothing. We're good. Okay. Let's see what we got here from Twitter. See what you guys have to say. We got Luke Harris right here. Of course, Luke Harris is the guy who wrote, produced, directed, and starred in his Superman Red Son Genesis film. He wants to hear my thoughts on Cobra Kai. Well, Luke, I have not watched the new season yet. I'll get to it. I'm still trying to wrap up The Boys right now, so I'll get to it, though. Anderson. The R-rated trailer for Rebel Moon has me even more amped to see Zack's original vision. What scene are you most interested in seeing? Well, the collie right there. The collie, I'm looking forward to that scene. That intrigues me, at least like from the trailer. That looks good. I'm also looking forward to seeing Sophia Botella naked. That too. Let's see here. And then we got Eric right here. Hey, Dave, since you've often said we live in a simulation, here's a little something that our boy Elon called the best AI vid to date. Oh, yeah, I saw this being floated around. And, yeah, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. You got Biden shooting at them, yeah, and then, of course, like, it's so creepy. It's just like, sometimes, like, this AI stuff is so, like, it's like you're trying to remember a dream. It's like you're trying to remember a dream or something like that. But, yeah, it was pretty weird and creepy, and it's like, it looks like somebody took a bunch of, it's like you're taking a bunch of shrooms, and you're just like, but kind of funny. Yep, can't do that, Joe. Sleepy Joe trying to punch me. I block you right there. Kick. Look at my high heel boots. Yes. Oh, God. What are we doing, man? That hurt. Don't you know? I'm an old man. What are we doing here? What are we doing? That's messed up, man. Mr. Nobody, hey Dave, with the success of Twisters, Glen Powell is becoming a rising star. Seems the greater chance of him playing a major DC role. By the way, did you like the original Spawn film? I feel like Michael Jai White didn't get enough credit because he always wanted a sequel for Spawn. Now, Michael Jai White was not the problem at all. Neither was the costume or like the fact that he had to suffer through wearing all that fucking all the makeup and everything, which looked brutal. Now, that definitely wasn't the problem. The problem was just the movie itself. And they made it PG-13. I know there's the director's cut, but it still didn't like help all that much. But Devon Wooter, hello, Dave. I just watched Captain America: Civil War and Avengers: Infinity War. What's your favorite scenes from both of them? I don't know what my favorite scene from Captain America is, but I would say from Infinity War, I think it's when everybody starts disappearing. I mean, come on, that's cool shit. Crazy. Andrew Casali, you think the best part of Deadpool 3 will be the chemistry between Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman? That's what I'm hoping for. Because after they met filming X-Men Origins Wolverine in 2009, a beautiful friendship rivalry was born. Yeah, that's probably going to be what's the best thing about it, is their chemistry. Darkness Under the Wind, Dave, with the confirmed fake leaks from Deadpool and Wolverine being passed around by every scooper, does this mean every scooper, like, I know which one you're talking about right there, will now be known as untrustworthy, ending scooping from the MCU? Now, sadly, it's never going to end scooping from the MCU. It's always going to be. Is that the one that is suspected to be, what's her name? Is it? Is it one of the scoopers like suspected to be somebody that we know? I don't know. I'm not going to say who it is. I'm just saying that there's a suspicion. I might have even heard a couple of things too, that there's a certain scooper out there that we don't know who, of course, it is behind the scenes, but there's a suspicion that is somebody that is known in the community. But I don't know if it's actually true or not. So I'm just wondering if it's actually that. I don't know. Maybe it is, but I'm not going to say that it actually is. So we'll see. I don't know. Who knows? Again, you hear things. Who knows if it's actually true, but whatever. But, yep, that's pretty much it, guys, for today's show. Of course, like I said, we'll go over the reviews coming out for Deadpool and Wolverine. And maybe see some of the box office projections when it comes to that. And then we'll be talking about, of course, we'll talk about some Comic-Con things, because that's where things are going to start kicking into gear. But thank you guys, of course, for spending some time with me right now. Hit that like, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Become a member if you want to support the channel, support the Patreon if you want to do that too. Trying to build that community over there. And then, of course, follow me on all the various sock meds and everything. So appreciate you. What else? Is there anything else? No, I think that's pretty much it. See you guys on Wednesday. Have a good rest of your night and a good Tuesday. Talk to you later.